to my channel. It is Ashley Nichole. You guys have been asking me for years to do a how I edit my Instagram photo video for you guys, like a tutorial on like what I do and stuff like that. We're going to be talking in depth about how I edit my Instagram photos, what it takes to have a aesthetically pleasing feed, and what it takes to do well on Instagram. I post every single day. I post fun stuff all the time. Speaking of fun things, I just filmed the coolest behind the scenes get to know me video I've ever done. I'm working with Dote on this, and this isn't paid in any way, but this is definitely a partnership, and they brought in the coolest filming crew. And we filmed me, we interviewed Alicia, we interviewed my friend Taryn, we interviewed my mom. So you guys are going to be hearing about all my secrets and just like stuff that I've never told you guys before. And also, they are hosting a giveaway for you guys, and I am so excited because I just love when I get to like do things for you guys. So if you want to enter the giveaway, then text the word Ashley to 474747, and I will send you guys a link to the video, and then you guys will be entered in to win the giveaway, which is going to be so fun. I handpicked the giveaway prizes from my favorites list that I created on Dote, so hopefully you guys will like it. I like it. I would want it. So because we're specifically talking about my Instagram photos, I think it's fair game to just full on give myself a shout out here. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. You really should. I put a lot of work and effort into my Instagram feed, so I just, you know, if you're bored and you want to, you should totally go follow me there and like some of my photos because it would mean everything to me. So here's the thing. I take photos on 3 types of cameras. I have my vlog camera, which is a Canon G7X. It's a small little point and shoot camera. I take it everywhere with me. I didn't buy it specifically for getting photos. However, it takes really good photos. I have my Canon 5D, which is specifically for creating videos, which is what I'm using right here. However, the photo quality is just out of this world. It takes excellent photos, and I use that for the majority of the photos I post on Instagram. And then of course I have my iPhone, and something I do want to make really clear is that you don't have to have these big fancy cameras to have beautifully edited Instagram photos. That's not necessary whatsoever. That's something that if this becomes a thing for you, maybe you'd want to invest in the future. So I say all of that to say that my editing really depends on the photo and whether I took that photo on my big fancy camera or if I took it on my iPhone. So let's break this down really quick. I use a handful of editing apps, and as you can see, there are a bunch of different apps that I like to use. One of my favorite apps of all time that I've used for such a long time is VSCO, or VSCO, however you want to call it. I have used this for years. I think it really teaches you the important things to edit first with photos. It doesn't get too complicated. So this, for example, is one of my more recent photos. I'm actually going to be posting this today. So I'm going to walk you through what I did. I'm gonna scroll through and find the unedited version of the photo. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into tools. From here, I just love to play around with all the different filters. VSCO has a handful of free ones, but I think it's really important that you invest the $2.99 or $3.99 or however much it costs to buy a packet of filters that really represents you. This is one of my go-tos. Boom. I really like how like the whites and the blacks pop with this one. What I typically do is I come through here, I'll go to contrast, and I usually bump it up between like 1 and 1.5. Another thing that I really love to use is exposure. That like makes or breaks a photo for me. Because this one's really hot, I wouldn't want to go like way up here. That's way too hot for me. And I wouldn't want to go down here because the window that I'm leaning against is so dark. So what I would do is I would bump it up to probably less than that, probably like 0.5. Another favorite feature of mine is crop, and you can do this on any application whatsoever, but I really love when I am more in the center of the photo. I feel like that helps with the whole square grid that Instagram has. Highlights is one of my favorites as well. So as you can see, it's really hard to see like my face, like my profile. So what I would do is I would kind of bring this up this way, and you can see my skin more, like my skin tone more. There is saturation, which I usually don't do a lot of saturation. Alicia does. If you've noticed on her Instagram feed, she uses a lot of saturation, and that's just something she likes, and that represents her personality. This is mine. You get it. Sharpening or adding clarity like makes a big difference. So for example, like let's look at my beanie right here. If I raise the sharpen feature, all of a sudden you can see like the knitting really well. And I love that. I love texture. And I'm done. If I'm happy with that, which in this case for this photo, I am happy with it, then I would just add it to Snug. Snug downloads your Instagram profile, so it has all the photos that you've posted, and then you can add photos to it to see how it would look in your Instagram feed, which is just mind-blowing. So this right here is the last photo that I posted, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that photo that I just edited and put it next to it to see how it looks in comparison to all of the other photos. And I also have a little OCD thing, and I love having filler pictures. So I like a picture of me, a picture not of me, a picture of me, a picture not of me. Now, if I take a photo on my Canon 5D and I really want to play with detail and play around with crispness and just mess around with it, then Snapseed is one of my all-time favorite photo application editing apps, or however you want to call it. Let's do the same photo. Just wait for it to load. So it basically works the same way. You can go through and you can pick different filters if you wanted to choose one from there. For Snapseed, I usually don't use it for any of the filters. I use it for the tools aspect. So the first thing I normally do is I go to Tune Image right here, and you scroll up and you see all the different things you can do. Usually the first thing I do is highlights, because I told you guys highlights is everything to me. So I just start there. Here's where it was at 0. I usually like 10, you see what I mean? Like 25, that seems pretty good. And then I'll just press and hold the photo to see the difference that I made. Let's try saturation. I like how 20 looks. I do like seeing a little color too. That makes a huge difference. Shadows, it really depends on the photo. I actually like having a little bit of depth to my photo, so if I feel like it's lacking some, then I'll add a little bit. Like a -9, that helps a little bit. One thing I do like here is it has the details feature. I can go really crisp where you can see like all the dirt and crap on the ground, which I usually don't like to do because LA is dirty, and that's a fact. Another really cool thing that this application does is healing, and there are times, especially when you're at events, that you get pictures taken and oh my god, you can see my underwear, or a button was undone, or something looked terrible. And it was a great photo, but that like ruined it. Healing fixes everything. So for example, I went to New York Fashion Week, so much fun, had a great time. I took a photo in front of some of these models, and you could see side boob and stomach, just in case you missed it. There it is. That was really unfortunate. I loved the photo and I really wanted to post it. What you do is you go to tools and you go to healing. Zoom in on the problem area, which is right here. Sorry, I'm showing you guys so much of my side boob. I mark up the area. I do want to go ahead and put it out there that you would do a lot better if you did this on Photoshop, but sometimes you need to post right away and you don't have your laptop available, so that's what this is for. And then I zoom out to see how good or how bad of a job I did. This looks decent to me. I have recently downloaded PicMonkey. I use PicMonkey for all of my YouTube thumbnails. I downloaded the phone application and it does a lot. It has all of the same features that all the other applications have, except it has one more thing that I just love. It has a touch-up section. And this is a game changer for skin. And if you're breaking out or you have dark under eye circles, me, always, I don't sleep enough apparently, then that's what touch-ups are excellent for. And it actually helps a lot with like details in clothing as well, so I'll show you guys. That is a real close-up on my face. We are getting real up close and personal. What we're going to do is we are going to go through with smooth. What you would do is you would zoom in on the area. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to very lightly go under my eyes and smooth it out a little bit, you know? I don't like to go really smooth ever because that's just not realistic. Another thing I like to do is eye brighten, and I use eye brighten for way more than just eyes. I use eye brighten on my teeth. I use eye brighten on my nails if I want them to pop more, but I'm going to use it on my nails right now. So I'll just go through and hit each nail and then play with the contrast. I love when my nails pop on my skin, so if I want to do more with my teeth, then I'll go to whiten kind of hit all of them. And wow, that looks so much better already. It's crazy. If I wanted to go into detail, wow, I feel like I'm just showing you guys so much of my boobs. This is, you know, poor planning on my part. So something I've learned is I like taking the eye brighten feature and using it on things like my buttons or outlining like my t-shirt. I can do the same thing over here so that I stand out a little bit more since it's so bright and harsh behind me. But yeah, do you see like the difference? That made such a big difference. So I hope this video was really helpful for you guys. I hope this inspires you guys to get excited and do more fun things and be more creative with the photos that you post on Instagram. I hope this helps with your feed. And yeah, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be coming soon. Bye guys.